Hello, writers. I'm Lee Jessup, career coach for emerging and professional screenwriters. I hear from a lot of writers a level of frustration when their material is requested, but they never hear back again. And while I certainly understand the frustration and think you're right to feel frustrated, I also wanted to explain why that happens. So at least you will understand what is happening behind the scenes that may not be visible for you. Now, first thing to note is that we're in an industry that is kind of chronically stretched for time. Everybody's always wanting to do more than they have the bandwidth to do, trying to do more than they have the bandwidth to do. And because of that, things that are of lower priority tend to get deprioritized. What you are running into when a manager asks for your screenplay, right? Whether you queried them or got to them through an online pitch or connected with them at an event or even by referral, you may find yourself in a situation where somebody said, yes, I would love to read that. Please send it to me. And then have not gotten a response back. Why is that? With managers, we run into the reality of, well, managers are reading their client scripts. That is usually the first thing that they're reading that they have to give notes on, that they really can't not read it because their successful relationship with their clients is dependent on their ability to read the material and give notes. Then they will usually prioritize anything that comes in from a referral. So if you're referred by somebody that they know, they will likely prioritize that. Next, if there's a script that just made a big splash in a big competition, by that I mean won it, was a finalist in it, that is going to go top priority. If your script did really well on the blacklist and they love the log line for it, they may prioritize it because it feels something that others are more aware of. So for example, your screenplay did really well on the blacklist website, and because of that it was included in their logline roundup that they send out every week or two, and a manager saw it, they might go, ooh, I have to read that because other people are reading that, I'm going to have to jump on that. With producers, they are ultimately trying to produce film, while also doing that, while also reading scripts, while looking for their next project. But when they are already in a project and have a rich slate of projects, usually the big priority is not going to be to read next scripts. Now back to managers and consequentially agents, that I generally say don't bother if you're not represented yet and if not had some career success. Managers are also busy with the business of management, right? In the business of getting their existing client scripts out. They're in the business of talking to people in the industry, of having lunches, breakfast, dinner, drinks. We're a very social industry, in order to have the relationships so that when they have a script that they're excited to share, they have people to send it to. So what ends up happening is that they have a big pile of scripts that they want to read, that they asked for whatever reason, right? Whether they liked your query, or whether they took a pitch from you on Roadmap Writers and really liked it, or whether your script did really well in a script pipeline competition and they asked for the script based on the log line. But if they don't know you or don't know who referred you, or it's not fresh off the top of their mind, it's going to get deprioritized because they have all of these other responsibilities. It's been said, unfortunately, that in Hollywood often no is quiet over time. And so if somebody doesn't read your screenplay, they're just not going to respond. I tend to believe that if they read your screenplay, they're going to get back to you, good, bad, or indifferent. They're going to tell you that it's not for me, or I didn't connect with the material, or we have something too similar. But they're going to let you know when they had a chance to look at it, because everybody knows that there's a negative stigma to people requesting work and then not following through and reading it. But if you're not getting read, if you're not getting the material looked at despite it being requested, I simply wanted you to have a little bit more of an understanding of why this is happening, frustrating though it may be. And again, completely get your frustration, but just wanted you to understand why it might be happening. And that's where, if you have those referrals, or if you do really well in the screenwriting competition, those things can only help move your material up in a queue. If you got requested off of query letters and a log line, if the manager or the producer doesn't remember the log line specifically, the script is going to get deprioritized for them because they have so many other things that are coming in on a consistent basis. So every day they're getting new scripts from other clients, from producer friends, from other friends in the industry. So just know that it's a highly fluid situation, and not reading is not a show of bad faith. It just shows an inability to properly manage one's time, which seems to be a chronic condition in this industry. Again, totally understand your frustration, but just wanted you to understand, if that's happening to you, why it might be happening. All right, I hope you found this helpful. As always, subscribe for more, and hopefully we'll connect soon.